Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, welcome to my first video of the questions for three houses, or kind of a little bit of a discussion video, but it's mainly questions for three houses. So for the first guest, I have Zev joining me.
Hi, hello.
So the reason why Zev's the first one is because he's the guy who's actually played through the game the fastest.
I've already beat all four paths on two of the paths. I've already beat on two different difficulties, and yeah,
Yeah, like
I've got all the supports. Like I'm pretty much 100% with this game, besides the other paths and other difficulties. So,
yep, and the DLC. Let's not forget that.
well, DLC, whatever. It's not even coming out until January. So for this year, it's
October.
100%. It's
October.
coming out in October.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first wave two
is
comes.
it actually new content or is it just another outfit?
It's no. It's auxiliary maps and like a new quest.
Oh well.
And then December 31st, though, there will be new quest and I think costumes as well.
I mean, all right, fair
And
enough.
then the final one, which comes out April, features a new story content and new characters, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, no, April though.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, I know. You gotta wait a while. Anyway, though,
Oh well.
yeah, trust me, there'll be. I'm pretty sure there'll be other stuff that'll keep us busy for till then. But yeah, I kind of wanted to make this video, this kind of like this question video for like all my viewers or for like all my commentators, and Zeb being the first one. I'm probably gonna make Cornstup second, Alex third, and then I'm probably gonna have Zeb ask me probably these exact same, if not similar, questions for when he does mine. So yeah, I'm gonna interrogate him. I mean, question him, of course, on these questions, and
Same thing, only different.
yeah, and see what kind of answers he gives. So, first things first, though, Zev, there are some rules. The first rule is that you cannot say, I don't know, or just not give an answer to these questions, okay? You have to answer these questions.
Yeah, of course, that's
Yeah.
a given.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna like give any special treatment. Like this is gonna go for Quarence, Alex, and as me as well.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
I understand.
Let me see. I think there was a second rule. Oh yeah, if we start to derail from like the from like a question or something like that, we're gonna either probably bring it back to like where we started, or just like move on because I don't want these videos to be like 3 hours long where we're talking about freaking Oswin or something. Or, like, how do we even get to this point?
Right.
Because I hate when my videos get to like derail from the main topic because that's horrible.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And I'm pretty sure that's it. If I forget, and also I'm gonna like try and keep these questions like under like 5 minutes or so. But I'm pretty sure these will pretty be like rapid fire questions, quote
Yeah.
unquote. Pretty sure rapid fire questions.
Well, yeah, it really just depends on if the question brings out like a side story or something else that I can bring to the conversation or to the answer.
Yeah, but I'm
But
pretty sure like these questions will for the most part not like go that far. But yeah, that's pretty much all the three rules, I guess. Also, I didn't know if you wanted this, but did you want to include Facecam on this video? Because I'm actually including my camera on this video.
oh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Still want to conceal that identity, I guess.
My face shall be seen. You guys already or unseen. You guys already know my name. I don't need my face on the internet as well now.
Okay. So I might as well. All right, but I'm still gonna turn on my camera. So let me just move myself over here in the top right corner. I'm still gonna ask like Alex or Corns if they want to like do this. All right.
Right. You know what you should do is put up my PNG character file next to your face. That way you have something there for me.
I don't know if I can like if I don't know if I'm able to like drag that like onto the like OBS or anything like that. I think maybe.
You know, you should be able to technically do it. You open it's. I used to do it for when I used to stream on Twitch. You basically open a new media source on OBS and just open that as a file on its own.
What media source do I go to? I have ad and wait. Well, I should probably. I'll like share the screens for like this, but
Yeah. No, you go to scenes, you hit add, you hit whatever name, okay,
hang on, wait.
and then you
Okay.
right click and
Okay, I got. Okay, so what do I do?
or hold on, maybe I'm wrong. Or no, I am right. Okay, so you go to plus, you make a new scene, you hit
Okay.
OK, you go to source, you go to image, you create new image or add, no, create new image, hit OK, and then you browse for the image file, which would be wherever the hell you saved my thingamabob.
I don't think I ever saved it. All right, this is actually really like good.
Whoops.
This is like 10 out of 10 right here. All right, so I guess hang on a second. I think I know how to do this then. So I'll go to view profile on here on Skype, and
Oh no, here, I'll just send you the Zev image if you want.
Oh yeah, that actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just save it as
I
a download.
have it on my Google Drive for a reason.
All right, so let me see. While you're doing that, I'll basically just do all this image stuff.
Yeah, no, you're good. Get everything up till when it asks you for the source ready.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. So whenever.
And then, okay, so FE, would it be under FE stuff? Yeah. And then I'll give you the .png because it looks better. And then we just download real quick. And then we show in folder.
Yep, just send it into like the chat, and I should be able to like just download it.
Yeah, pretty much. Boop, there you go. And, oh, I have to hit enter, never mind. Haha!
Oh, wait, oh, okay. Oh, wait, I probably should, never mind. Save to downloads. Oh, wait, I have that. The thing is that I have it where it has like all the talking frames and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, that's why I sent you my fresh one without all the extra stuff, because I figured you'd have it,
Yeah.
but since you did the hacking, you probably had all the blink and talk
Yeah,
animation.
that just would have looked weird. I thought you were gonna send me like your Skype profile. Actually, that's why I was under.
I mean, I could have done that too, but
Nah, this works. Let me see. Do I actually like have? No, I don't think I do. Okay, no, never mind. All right, so there we go. Zev. Okay. Oh my God, that's like Jesus Christ. That is tiny. It's fuck.
if it's too tiny, I could just try to find a different random ass.
No,
Picture.
no, I'm just trying to. Damn it! How do I move it?
You
like,
should.
It's like in the
within-
top. It's like in the top left corner. I'm trying to move it.
You should be able just to click on it within your thing. Like if you go to sources and you go to like, for an example, I have my old streaming setup stuff. Whoops. You go to like whatever you name the source as.
Yeah.
Under your scene, it should highlight in red, and then that's how you should be able to move it. Because that's how it's doing it for me. But then again, I don't. You might just have to share your screen again, though. That way I can actually.
Okay,
see
no,
it.
wait, I got it. But still, it's like tiny.
Sweet.
It's like tiny.
Yeah.
It's like tiny though.
Unfortunately, it's tiny. Because it's a GBA profile pic, essentially.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, I'll just move it to the far right of the screen, and I'll just move. Originally, I was gonna put myself in the top left corner, but I guess
Yeah.
I'll just move myself to the far left side, where you're at the far right side.
Yeah, that works.
So let me just move myself over here. Right there. And I'll try and like shrink myself down to your size. So that way
I mean,
you
if
don't-
it's too small, then just fuck the idea and never mind. But
Nah, don't worry, I'm gonna make this size like, adequate. So that way, we match each other in size.
alright, as long as you're. Yeah, as long as it works.
Yeah, let me just share the screen so that way you're okay with the size. Okay, so yeah, I think this size is pretty good right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. No favorite. No. Yep. I think this is pretty alright. I think this is accurate.
definitely not accurate, but sure,
Yeah. All right.
that works.
I think we're all right. I think we're good. All right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin these questions. Zev, are you ready?
Yep, good to go.
All right. And I'm just going to try and play on this music. Zev can't hear it, unfortunately, but that's all right. All right. So Zev, question 1: which house did you pick and why?
All right. Well, technically, I picked all of them, but there's gonna be slight spoilers, I guess. Just
Yeah,
FYI.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned this.
Spoiler warning now.
Yeah, sorry everyone. There will be like minor to major spoilers possibly in this video, so or in any of these videos. So if you don't want to be spoiled, click away now, and thank you. Also, I will be leaving timestamps for these questions in the description. So yeah, you guys will actually be able to just like if you guys want to know a question or something, just click it now. So now let's officially start. So let me rephrase that. Which house did you pick first and why?
All right, so I ended up going the church route first. I picked Black Eagles first. Didn't understand how to get Edelgard's route. Didn't really want it because I didn't feel a connection to Edelgard's route. So I went the church route first. Most literally just because of Petra and Dorothea. Like, I have no other reasoning. Petra and Dorothea like showed the most like character from everything I seen. So it's just like, okay, well, I need to have these two on my team, first time playthrough. And let's just say I've used Petra in all 4 of my playthroughs, or 6 now, I think. I don't remember. And Petra's just fucking beast. She's the best ever. Period.
Yeah, she's been doing. I think I would not be able to beat some of the maps if not for her in Golden Deer. I'm glad I got her last second.
Yeah, Petra's the best.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's an assassin. Dear God.
Oh.
Golden is in danger of one woman.
Yeah, seriously though, she. This is going a little bit off the rails, but I will say that she, on my the most recent playthrough, which was Edelgard's route, she soloed both Claude and Dimitri.
Oh
Slight spoilers for that path. You do fight both of them. I'm sorry, I should have again said slight spoiler, but you fight both of them against the church path, and Petra killed them both. I mean, you don't actually kill Claude. You have a choice to save him or not. Again, slight spoiler, my bad. But you do get a choice to save Claude, but unfortunately with Dimitri and Dedue, they die.
Yeah.
And she took care of both Dedue and Dimitri, so.
Oh man, horrible. So, alright, now on to question 2. Who was your favorite character from the house you picked? This is probably a no-brainer.
Yeah, see, so I actually have a favorite character and a least favorite character for all 3 houses.
Okay, so how about you start with Black Eagles, and then I guess you did Blue Lions next, and then...
yeah, so the order that I picked was Black Eagles, Blue Lions, and Golden Deer, so that's what I'll do.
I think that's what most people I think what most people did for 3 houses, except for me. I'm going backwards actually.
Yeah, well, the thing is there's 4 paths, so you're gonna have to play Black Eagles twice no matter what.
Yeah, that's why I'm contemplating if I should play Black Eagles or Blue Lions next.
You're not gonna want to do Black Eagles twice in a row. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I might.
I'll save you that decision. Just don't do it.
All right. So who was your favorite character from the Black Eagles?
So Black Eagles, it's actually a tie, by technicality. Like, my absolute favorite from Black Eagles was Petra, not because she has good supports or not just because she has good supports or she's like a good unit, but literally, like, she gets the most, in my opinion, she gets the most like grown up post skip, and I really love that. Dorothea is actually a very close second because of similar reasons, but also because next to Lysithea, literally she is the best damn black magic user, period. Like, oh my god. And she gets Meteor at like B+ or A reason magic.
I do believe it's yeah. Like, I do believe it's like, I know it's Meteor because I've been using her, and oh my god, she's so good. Much better than Linhardt, that's for sure.
Linhardt, she can't heal like Linhardt can though.
Oh, I thought you were about to. I thought you were about to say Linhardt's a she because Linhardt is a guy.
Oh no, she can't heal like Linhardt can.
Yeah,
though. Linhardt's.
I think Linhardt learns recover, but Physic, I feel
heal, recover, Physic, and one other heal thing he learns. I can't remember it. Warp, I believe.
I do believe it's Warp. If it's not, it's Ward.
Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah.
Anyway, Linhardt and Mercedes are tied for the best white magic users, period, in my opinion.
Well, this is just so for Black Eagles, it's Dorothea and Petra that are tied?
Yes.
Okay.
And then moving on to Blue Lions, I have to say it's actually it's another tie, unfortunately, because I can't pick just one. Um, but it's actually it's tied between Mercedes and Felix.
Really,
Mercedes,
Felix? Oh, all
yes.
right. I thought you were actually gonna hate him. Actually,
I did hate the Edge Lord pre-skip.
nothing
I'm not
personal.
gonna lie. I hated him pre-skip. It was really annoying. However, post-skip, you actually get a lot more of his character development.
Oh yeah.
The
oh yeah.
supports get a lot better post-skip. So Felix actually worked his way to tie with Mercedes.
Yeah, like
just because of what happens post-skip.
Like the thing is that even though I only got him and Sylvain from Blue Lions, like he grew on me very like they did an edgelord right in this game actually for once.
Yeah, they did it. It reminded me of like original Nafar.
Yeah,
which made me happy.
Yeah, like they did this one very well, which I'm very glad they did finally.
The reason why Mercedes is tied with Felix though is because holy white magic, oh my god.
I haven't.
She is.
Oh my god, I'm
good.
I mean, I wanted to get her, but it's. I was running out of time, and it was either Petra or her, or there was just a lot of characters I want to get, and not a lot of time. I'm glad I got Petra at the end, though.
Oh, and New Game Plus, it'll be easier for you. I'll just say that much, but on camera, and then off camera, I'll explain it a bit more. But
I'm looking forward to it. And then finally, Golden Deer. So another tie.
Oh, I haven't fully explained Mercedes yet. Hold on.
Sorry, my bad.
For Mercedes, not only is she good at white magic, she actually, like, both of my playthroughs, she got above 30 magic that I used her.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I have a character that...
Which meant her reason magic was just... Oh. She is the best candidate for a Grimoire next to Lysithea and Dorothea.
Oh
just
my god,
period.
Lysithea. Oh my god.
We're not going to talk about Lysithea yet.
Right. Sorry. That's for me.
Yeah, no. That's going to be you explain Lysithea, because my two for Golden Deer actually aren't they actually aren't Lysithea's not involved.
Okay. So Golden Deer now?
All right. So I actually again I have another tie which I haven't played enough to make the ties not happen, but I'm going to explain one thing and one thing only for one of the people who are tied. And it's for Raphael.
Okay.
And all I gotta say is Big Bro Raph. That's all I have to explain for Raphael. That's why he's one of my favorite characters. He's an amazing brawler. He can use gauntlets efficiently, and it's amazing. He's good with axes. He's not no Dedue or freaking
yeah, because I've seen
Edelgard, but
I've seen gameplay footage of Dedue, and he gets doubled by a lot of mages and gets...
Yeah, but Dedue's easy to fix. All you have to do is, instead of making him go the Armor Knight route, all you have to do is make him a brawler. Then his speed gets better, his resistance gets a bit better. It's good.
Oh, it's the same.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
and
it's the same with Raphael.
Him as a War Master, he was amazing. Well, see, no Raphael has no reason to persuade from the War Master path, because
I know. What I did was that I made him an Armor Knight, then a Fortress Knight, and then when he got good with gauntlets and axes, I made him a War Master.
Yeah, see, you don't need to waste your time on trying to teach him Armored Knight things, though, is what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
Because if you keep him on the War Master path as a brawler and a grappler and then a War Master, or whatever those three classes are, his text, what my endgame Raphael, I'll try to pull it up real quick, because I want to talk about my endgame Raphael, actually, now that I'm talking about it. So here's the thing about endgame Raphael. His dexterity, because of the path I had him go down, I believe it was above 30? Above 31? Something like that?
I think mine's at 26, actually.
His speed was above 30?
What? Mine's at 16.
But his speed... Oh, okay. I think his speed was above 25. It may not have been above 30. Hold on, I'm loading it up right now.
He has a 15% speed growth. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Unless I do think the War Master and Brawler and Grappler get good speed. Because the thing is, you have to take the character's growth rates and add them to class growth rates.
I know.
So unless those guys have got speed growth rates, Something's not right here.
My save file is glitching out. I go to continue. I hit new. It's forcing me to do a new game plus, and I don't want to.
Well, unless you beat that path, I don't think you can continue.
I've already beaten the path. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you have to like Yeah, you kind of. I think you might have to do a new game plus. You can like that's why when I do this.
What?
I'm probably gonna have to copy my save files.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. Oh.
That's annoying. Okay. Anyways, so my Raphael was broken. That's all I can really say. Is my Raphael was broken. He was amazing. His strength was amazing. His speed was amazing. He actually kind of got defense screwed, but it's okay.
But he has a 45% defense growth.
I know. He traded speed for defense. Is what happened with this playthrough, and I'm 100% okay with it.
Wow.
He quadrupled everything except for Pegasus Knights and Falcon Knights.
Oh my god, those Pegasus Knights in this game. How fast are these fuckers? Like,
oh, they're busted.
Oh my god.
We're way off. Hold on. We're way off topic.
Right, sorry.
We got to get back to. So, no, I'm reining myself back in. So Raphael is tied with Marianne, and Marianne because her character is my favorite out of everyone in Golden Deer, and possibly everybody else in the game minus Petra, because she is the most precious, powerful, amazing unit that I can remember from any Fire Emblem game.
I don't know.
And it's just...
Her character, I feel like, is like... It's basically Bernadette, but much better. It's how I feel like...
No, it's nothing like Bernadette.
Oh my god.
Her character is nothing like Bernadette. Like, Marianne's backstory and her character development... And everything she does as a character is just, it makes so much sense. And then to see the A support with Byleth, and she's just like, I can finally stop looking at it as a curse and live my life. Like, yes, oh my god, that's what I wanted since the beginning. Fuck. Right. So, yeah, no. Marianne and Raphael for Golden Deer because,
Alright, well, I was going to ask number 3, who was your most favorite character? But I have a different question for that. I have a lot of backup questions. So we'll just go to number 4, which was... Who was your least favorite character?
Okay, so to answer the question you said you're going to skip, it's the tie between Marianne and Petra. That might have been obvious, which is why you skipped. But just to clarify, now my least favorite character is the only character that has to wait until post-skip to get any good.
Hubert?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Lawrence, I forgot.
We have to wait until post-skip support conversations and base conversations
because
to get anything good out of that pathetic person.
Because for some reason, all the support conversations, like, they can't go past, like, either B or A for some reason.
Well, no, see, so some support conversations are even locked until post-skip.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing, though, which I kind of hate. But
it makes sense, and I love it, to be honest.
Some of them do make sense.
But, yeah, Lawrence, he's the only character that I've had a problem with in any of my playthroughs. Like, even when I used him in Golden Deer.
As a unit or as a character? Or both?
Oh, just both. Just both.
Yeah,
Lawrence is so bad. Unless you get and make him a monk, he can't get his magic.
I didn't make him a monk.
If you do the paladin path like I did, then he can't use his magic, and he's half worthless at that point if he can't be using his magic.
There is a way around that. You can actually use him for his magic, because if you give him the combat art Frozen Lance, he actually becomes a really good Night Killer, which, And then if you actually train him in Reason Magic, he can become a good Dark Knight, and I made him that. Holy crap, he's actually killing and doubling stuff for once.
No, see, so that's a problem I have with the class system, but we'll talk about that later.
Alright. So Lawrence is your least favorite character.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 5, who did you recruit into your house on your first playthrough? Who was the first character that you recruited?
Oh, my first playthrough. Let's see if I can even remember that far.
It was the first character.
Oh shit. It might have been Sylvain, because my first playthrough I did a female Byleth, because I was gonna try to marry one of the boys that I thought would be a good character, and I can't remember who it was at this point. Someone in Black Eagles. It might have been Caspar, it might have been Ferdinand, I don't know. But I thought one of the guys would actually have a decent personality, so I went female Byleth. And I think I might have accidentally recruited Sylvain first because I didn't realize you can auto recruit
Yeah, it's very.
him when you're a female Byleth.
I love that. I think I might go Black Eagles on my second playthrough and actually just go female Byleth because I'm gonna go female Byleth regardless of who I pick for my second playthrough.
Right.
And I think when I go Black Eagles, I'm just gonna recruit Sylvain like that because he's actually the character I want to marry. Actually, again, as rank support with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I
think
think that's the best I can answer that question because
okay.
I don't
understand.
remember.
No, I understand. You've played 6 playthroughs of the game, even though the game's been out for like 2 weeks now or so. But I can understand. You played through the game very fast, and you've been pulling all nighters.
Oh, I didn't even go very fast. Like it was 160 hours, I think I'm at now.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Like seriously, the
Yeah.
game is long.
No, well, each respective path is only about 30 hours.
Yeah, and they were saying, I think, some people were saying that each route's like around like 40 or something hours long.
Nope, it's about 30 to 35.
Well, I guess everyone plays at a different pace, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough.
So, question 6. What was the hardest map / challenge chapter for you? Now, this can apply to anything.
So, one of the hardest. This is gonna be a slight spoiler for you, Rex, and I'm sorry, but
I think. Wait. If you're talking about the last chapter, I already know who the boss was.
No. I'm talking about a paralogue.
Because the thing. Okay, I'm just saying though. Nintendo kind of spoiled the final boss for us in a commercial.
It depends which path you're talking about.
Oh wait, seriously? The boss is different for each path?
Yes, the
Oh.
final boss for every path is different.
Oh wow! Oh, even the Church of Saros and Edelgard?
Technically, yes, they're different.
Oh, okay. Alright, so this is if this is a paralogue, I think I may... What units are required for this paralogue?
Just Claude.
Oh my god! Dear
Yeah,
God,
so
that
I'm gonna-
chapter!
I'm going to just explain it now.
Oh
So
my god.
in Golden Deer, towards the end, I believe it's like chapter 20 or chapter 19 when you can finally do this paralogue.
Chapter 19.
It's one of those two chapters, but there's this paralogue where you go to the freaking desert because
Oh my
Claude
God.
does some research and he's like, oh hey, so the saints of, I think it was like Saint Indec or Saint Macule.
Macule, yeah, Macule.
Okay, so there was Saint Macule.
I just beat this today.
And Saint Macule left from Fodlan's throat, and Claude had this idea that he left from Fodlan's throat and then came back into that like little side ocean that's in the middle of Fodlan or the middle of the between Fodlan and whoever's to the north of them. I forgot who that was if you're looking at a map. But yeah, no, so they think he got turned around and went to this place, and there's rumors about how there was a savior and a winged beast and blah blah blah. Come to find out that just like Saint Indec got turned into a giant tortoise and was protecting his bow,
Fucking turtle.
Saint Macule got turned into a winged dragon chimera-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was only a challenge because. For me, it was very challenging, mostly because most of my units were either cavalry units or non-mage units.
Yeah, that was the thing for me.
That was a problem.
Yeah, that was my problem too because I had Sylvain and Lorenz as cavalry units, and I had a lot of cavalry units at the time, and my only flyers were Claude and Cyril, and well. The thing is that I found that the map itself wasn't hard. It was killing the boss himself that was hard. And then
I didn't even have a problem with that.
And then the reinforcements. Oh my god.
I didn't even have a problem with the boss. The boss was fine. Gambits are broken as shit. Actually, no, they're not broken. They're actually really well balanced and they're great.
Well, the Gambits
but the challenge for me was Ingrid, Hilda, and Claude were all flying units. At this point, my average level for the main army that I used on every map was about 42 to 44. And, well, let's just say because of this one map, Claude, Hilda, and Ingrid all jumped up to about 52 to 53 because they
Nice.
could fly around without difficulty of the desert.
Level 52?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the max level was 50.
Nope.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
When you face the final boss of your path, you'll understand.
Oh, wow, okay. I guess that means that, you know, those screenshots you see of Inferno are true then, that you can actually go up to level 99. Okay.
I don't know if it's 99. I know there's a level cap. I don't know if it's 99.
If it's 99, well then, dear God.
If there's 99, there's no point in having a level cap then.
Yeah. Alright, so number 6, I guess the answer to that question was Claude's personal paralogue then.
Is that his personal paralogue?
I mean,
Because there's two. He got like 2 paralogs that path, if I remember correctly.
well, that's the only one that I've gotten for him, which only requires him.
Okay, well, never mind.
Alright,
Maybe I'm wrong.
so number 7, what class did you make yourself in Black Eagles?
Oh, so in my first path, I made my. Let's see if I can remember the exact tree I tried to follow. I went from.
If you can't remember the exact tree, just tell me like the final class then.
I can't remember the beginning class.
Oh,
Name.
I know. Oh, no, you were a commoner. That's what you start out as.
No, the one past that.
I know. I'm kidding. I know. I'm just being a smartass.
Smartass. All right, fucking tell me the answer then. Damn. There's is it Myrmidon?
Yeah, Myrmidon's the first one.
Okay, so Myrmidon beginning class. I went thief at intermediate class and assassin advanced class before I was forced to go into the enlightened one, and then I just stayed the enlightened one for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was when I got that class. I was kind of like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Oh no, the enlightened one class is broken, and now I try to stay away from it just because it makes your growth ridiculously stupid.
Oh, when I mastered it, I literally went to Mortal Savant.
Mortal Savant's so stupid. Unless you're Felix, you can't make it good.
Well, the thing is that I had magic
Well,
and swords, so I just went with it because
right.
Yeah.
So, correction. Felix and Ignatz are gonna be your best Mortal Savants in the game.
Yeah, I'm right now. I feel like I'm a little bit late on Ignatz because I just literally made him a dark mage.
Why did you make him a... Lysithea should have been your dark mage into a dark bishop, you idiot!
Lysithea is already a Grimory. She's fucking broken.
I know, but you didn't use any dark seals on her, did you?
I didn't know how the dark seals worked at the time. Kind of like how I didn't know how you have to get a dancer in this game on your first playthrough. Yeah, I'm doing this without a dancer.
I did all my paths without a dancer.
Seriously?
Well, without using the dance ability, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I had the dancer, but I never changed him to that class because I didn't need it.
Oh wait, it was a he? Wait, you can make a guy a dancer?
Yes.
Oh well, I know who I'm making a dancer on my second
So,
playthrough.
my first playthrough, I didn't have a dancer. My second playthrough, I made it Felix just because I thought it'd be hilarious. My third playthrough, it was Hilda because the whole delicate flower thing. Yet she can kick ass. I thought that'd be hilarious too. So, delicate flower became a dancer, and then on my fourth playthrough, my most recent playthrough, I made it Dorothea.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't use any of my dancers. I just had them get the class because I thought it was hilarious. Plus the white magic, the sword avoidance plus and the finesse blade or whatever that you learned just from becoming a dancer is really nice.
All right. Well, I haven't gotten a dancer, so I don't know about that. All right. So what you made yourself was a Myrmidon thief assassin, then became enlightened one, and that was it.
Yep.
All right. So, question A. Was there a moment where... And now that's basically where my questions stop, and now we're moving on to some questions from Ludacris, actually.
Okay.
So, Ludacris's first question was just number A. Was there a moment where you cried / shed a tear or felt sad for the game or in the story?
Oh, fuck yes. I can't even count how many times that happened to me between all 4 playthroughs now on my 10 hand, or my 10 fingers. Like... I'll put it this way. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm going to go through some of these. So you have, obviously, Chapter 9, I believe. No, Chapter 8? Chapter 9. It's one of those 2 chapters where Geralt dies. And I can relate to that because I lost my own own dad
Yeah.
2 years ago. So it's like, oh wow, that's very relatable. So fuck, now I feel these emotions. Siding with the church. This is gonna spoil the church endgame, so you might just want to.
I don't know if
No, you just make sure you don't hear it.
Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna take off my headphones and just how long do you think this explanation will take?
I'll send a message when I say I
Okay.
say done for the church. You're good.
Got it. So let me just take off my headphones and go ahead.
All right, so on the church playthrough, guys, I'm acting like I'm looking at a camera, but I'm not. So on the church playthrough, guys, if you don't want to listen to this, skip ahead like another minute. On the church playthrough, there's the final boss for the church playthrough. It ends up being Rhea, because Rhea saved your ass twice in her dragon form, and then lost control of her power, and then poof, she's a fucking dragon, and then you gotta kill her. And that path was really rough, and I didn't enjoy it. That actually, like, that whole emotional twist that they did on you to make you kill the Archbishop was rough. And now Rex can come back. or not, Rex.
Okay, back.
Okay, we're good. All right, I said what I needed to say. We're good.
Okay.
So in Blue Lions, I felt a lot of emotions when Dimitri's going. This isn't much of a spoiler. When Dimitri goes through his arc and like has a character redemption and blah blah blah, and post skip, I felt a lot of emotions there because it's actually like really
I feel
interesting how human they made him
I
and how
feel-
like
Yeah, like I feel like you actually have to play Dimitri's route to understand, because when I was playing with Claude's route and when I just like saw him like happening in the background, like when Edelgard, like, you know, all right, spoiler for everyone right here. Well, obviously we already gave that at the start of the video.
well,
it's
it's good just to keep saying spoiler that way.
Yeah,
You
like,
know.
spoiler. Like, when I like just like when when I like when you know when I found out Edelgard like betrayed everyone, and I first like found to do like literally, he was like one of the first characters I encountered, and he was like talking about how like Dimitri's like angry and like has been acting different as of late. So I go to see Dimitri and he goes like, I will fucking kill this bitch. Like he's acting like he like he's just like acting so strange, and I guess you have to understand. You have to play through his path to understand him, like understand that viewpoint.
Yes, you absolutely do, and that's all I can really say.
Without going into too much detail of spoil.
Yeah. Now with the Golden Deer, there's actually a few different spots.
I don't know if I should.
I'm trying to remember them, and because if you just did that paralog, then you're already pretty far. So you've already seen the fort get destroyed, then.
Yeah, I
If
saw.
you're that
Yeah,
far along.
I'm literally on the chapter after that.
Yeah. So that fort destroying scene kind of got me because that was so many lives just like wasted, and
Yeah, and like
those who slither in the dark just being assholes.
I was not expecting that, and I'm really hoping.
Whatever.
I'm hoping that Casper got out of that line.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping.
If you guys don't know, I literally did not recruit Casper in my playthrough, and I didn't kill him, so I was hoping that maybe he would, like, I don't know, come back or something. So, but I'm really hoping he's alive, though.
Now in. I talked about the church path. I can't remember much more from Golden Deer path. Not off the top of my head, anyways. The fighting with Edelgard. The whole post skip really gets you feeling a lot of emotions because it shows you this whole new side to everything in pre skip that you thought was like right and true and just and whatever. It shows you a whole different side to show how Edelgard kind of has justification and choices she made. And yeah, so that whole post skip in the fighting with Edelgard, that was a trip of emotions. But I'll leave it at that. That way, I don't accidentally spoil something for you.
Alright, so there were a lot of moments in this game where you actually, like, you know. felt
Oh, and that's
emotion.
just the surface level.
Yeah, like without going into too much depth, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, I am more of a sympathetic person and a empath than other people. But even then, some of the moments that I felt emotions on, like if you don't feel emotions on some of those moments, you're just not human at that point.
Or you have to be like, you literally have to have like ice water in your veins.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's some moments in this game where if you're not feeling at least the tiniest bit of emotion, I got to question whether you're actually sane or not.
All right. So for question 9, who did you S rank support?
So the first time through was Dorothea. Second time through was Mercedes. Third time through was Marianne. Fourth time through was Edelgard herself.
Yeah, you can actually get an S rank support with Dorothea as a woman, right?
Yes. So Edelgard and Dorothea are both two of the LGBTQ plus options if you chose a female Byleth.
Yeah, I do know that Linhardt's one
I don't know the male option.
Linhardt's one of them.
I know Linhardt's one of the male options. I think Mercedes might also be a female option. That's all I know off the top of my head.
All right. Well, that was a pretty quick question. What was your favorite support?
Ooh, that's rough. That's 10. Fucking rough.
If you want, I can it does if you want, I guess I can give you like a bit of I guess I can tell you like one of my favorite supports.
Yeah, give me some time. Talk about yours for a second. I need to think.
All right. Well, I haven't really watched the support this much, but I know that Mangs is playing through Black Eagles on his path, and he got Raphael over from the Golden Deer over to the Black Eagles. And I just recently saw a support between Casper and Raphael. It's so I find that it's very heartwarming because they're both training to become stronger, and Casper envies Raphael because he's so big and strong, and Casper is strong but he's not as big as Raphael. And Raphael, it's just a support that I find that is really cute, because they're basically the same person with similar personalities, but they have different body builds as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to say it. So, I have a few of them, but I'm just gonna name one of them because the other ones are actually spoilers for a few things.
Right.
So my favorite non-spoiler warning support is actually between Bernadetta and Linhardt, and because we all know Bernadetta's character by now, and if you don't, well, that's not going to be much of a spoiler. Bernadette is a very anxious person. She's lived a rough life to where she got to the point where her parents basically forced her to seclude herself, and because she just couldn't deal with her parents anymore, and blah 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 blah. But her character is actually really well done and really well written for someone of that kind of personality. So I do recommend checking that out, or using her at least and getting some of her supports.
Way to try.
Bernadetta and Linhardt, though, that support, how do I explain this without spoiling too much of the support? The long story short, Linhardt actually shows some damn emotions during this support, which I actually enjoy, because he doesn't show very many emotions at all throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, he's very nonchalant, I found.
Yeah. And which, I mean, if you get into his character in depth, it makes enough sense. Blah blah blah.
To a certain degree.
Yes, to a certain degree, it makes enough sense. But in the support with Linhardt and Bernadetta, Linhardt shows emotions. Bernadetta actually comes out of her shell, and that's all I can say without spoil. I will say one thing, but it does spoil the support a little bit. They really just learn, it kind of emphasizes how it's okay to be alone together, and I feel like that's kind of important. Not necessarily important. I don't know how to really word it, but it's a really well written reminder that you don't always have to be doing something with your friends or whatever. It's okay just to you read a book and I'll go play a fucking game or whatever, and it's totally okay to be alone and do your own thing, but together or within proximity to your friend or your significant other or whatever. That was my favorite part about that support.
Okay. Alright, that's nice. So one of your favorite supports was Bernadetta and Linhardt.
Yep.
Alright. So question 11. What was your favorite post-time skip design, for a character?
Oof. I'll name a few because I don't know if I have a single.
Alright, give me top 3 or 5.
I'll do top 5.
Okay, so
Petra's one of them
for number 5.
because no, number 5. No, she's not number 5.
Alright,
I'm
well,
doing this in random order. I'm not doing this in any order.
Okay. Yeah, Petra's
So
design was like really good. Like if you compare her
Oh, yeah.
like her regular design to her post time skip, she actually looks like an Amazoness like hunter or something like that.
well, yeah, and Bridget's like the really cool thing that they did with Bridget that makes me pretty happy is the Bridget culture is very similar to like Native American culture, and me being Native American, it was really cool to see that like those they're not exact correlations or anything, but there's enough connections there that make you think they drew at least some inspiration from Native American things,
Yeah.
and that made me pretty happy.
I have to say though, I love how they have like the Bridget archipelago, and there's like another like country like next to the Bridget archipelago called like the Dagda. Like I said, you get that reference, don't you?
Oh no, I understand it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! When I found that out, I was like, "Oh my god, you can't be serious! They're literally doing a Fire Emblem 5 reference right there in Three Houses." Like
Yeah.
seriously, that game, that just by saying that gave me a gold star for this game. Like I love that.
Yeah. Another really good one that I enjoyed personally was what's her name? Leonie.
Leonie, really? Yeah, her design. Like I gotta
So-
say though, I hated her regular design, but post time skip, oh my god, she's really.
So
she
pre-skip, she's a tomboy. She
Yeah.
feels like she needs to be like less feminine, and well, she probably doesn't feel that way, but she is a less feminine character. She's like, tries to act tough, and in her post-skip one, she is a little bit more feminine, which you can argue is a good or a bad thing. That depends on your own personal opinion, but.
Yeah.
On top of being a little bit more feminine, she also gives more of like this badass vibe, especially in her 3D model. And she gives more of this like, I don't know how to say it without these two words, so I'm just gonna say these two words. And she just gives off these like tough bitch vibe, and I really enjoy that. Like that is fucking neat how they were able to encapsulate that within a character design. So yeah, she would be another one. I would actually say Dorothea's is pretty good.
Yeah.
You actually see her go from like a
Young girl to like a matured woman.
yeah, that's a really good way to put it out. And it's real. That was really well done.
I hate that she loses her hat though.
I mean that's part of what you just said though. Shit. I really like Felix's actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's still an edgelord, but he's still like, in his post skip one, he seems like he actually gained some of his humanity back compared to pre skip.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how. Don't ask me how I'm drawing that like answer from, but that's just what it feels like to me. Then we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Oh jeez. I would have to say tied for my fifth favorite would be two different ones, and you'll understand why they're tied. It's Raphael and Ignatz.
Oh, I can understand those.
Like they really just both grow into what the hell they were trying to do with their lives. Like Raphael kind of got this more like knightly look about him, while Ignatz is like, oh yes, merchants. I need to figure out an artist. I need to figure out this and that. And like he kind of got the smart boy vibe, and Raphael's like, yeah, I'm finally a fucking knight. Let's go, boys.
Yeah,
and it's just like
they actually like went to like pursue their goals, and they actually like became what they want to become the entire time.
yeah. Like they don't even do that until Endgame technically, but like the character post skip design that it was really well done.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say Marianne should be up in there too, and I mean don't get me wrong, her post skip design is amazing, but
Mhm.
if anything she'd probably be tied with Leonie. So just a quick shout out support or shout out what's it called? Not a shout out. It's called a honorable mention. Yeah, an honorable mention for Marianne being tied with Leonie, and yeah.
All right, there you guys go. All right, so now that I asked you your favorite post time skip designs, what was your least favorite time skip design, post time skip designs?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't think I actually have one.
Really?
I would say the one I liked the least, mostly because it looked like nothing changed.
Hubert?
Was no, not Hubert.
Oh my god.
Hubert's isn't that bad. You just need
He
to get to
looks like
understand
a
his.
fucking vampire. He looks like a warlock out of Harry Potter. I will
No,
not stop
no,
denying
no,
this.
no. Anyways,
Ugh.
I would have it mostly because it looked like nothing changed besides the fact that he shaved his head. Caspar. That's probably like I don't get me wrong. I still love his post time skip design, but it's probably my least liked because he grew out his hair and shaved his head, and that's all they did to him. They didn't give him like more grown up features or anything. I don't think. So, yeah,
All right.
that would have to be my least liked. I still love it, but it's just my least of them all.
Okay, so this is probably like not as a good of a question. I mean, like these are ludicrous questions, but what weapon type did you prioritize for Byleth?
Outside of using the sword, I actually had him use axes and bows a lot,
Oh, really?
or her. Yeah,
For me,
because
it was swords, gauntlets, and magic. I guess.
he didn't need gauntlets because that would have made him too broken.
Why do you think?
Especially
I went for
in
it
all
then?
my playthroughs.
Why do you think I went for it then?
In all my playthroughs, it would have made him literally the guy who could one round every single fucking person, and I didn't want that easy life in my game, so I
You want
ignored
a
it.
challenge? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say, yeah, no, swords, or I mean, yeah, axes, bows, healing magic, mostly because it was nice to have another healer.
I'm glad
and
he
that
learns
way-
recover. I'm glad he learns recover.
Yeah, but he doesn't learn psychic, and that pissed me off. I
Yeah,
wanted
but
psychic.
seriously, like heal, just like I feel like a heal in Three Houses just doesn't do the job.
No, it does. All you have to do is get a healing staff, bro. You're fine.
I know, but I'm talking about without a healing staff. Like seriously, oh my god.
Without a healing staff, it doesn't fall off until like chapter 18.
Yeah, well, I'm on chapter 20, and heal just doesn't do it for me anymore. I need to.
I literally just said it doesn't fall off until chapter 18, and you're past 18. So get yourself a fucking healing staff and problem solved.
Well, tomorrow, that's what I'm doing the first thing when I wake up to play Three Houses. Getting healing stats from the marketplace. After I'm done, like, seizing the capital and all that. Alright, so, chapter 14, which is probably not going to be a great question, but I'm still going to ask it for you. What was your favorite legendary weapon? Yeah, this is kind of a hard one because there are a lot of paralogs that have legendary weapons, and it's kind of hard to remember the legendary weapons.
Actually, this one's relatively easy. Mostly because it makes one of my favorite units even stronger and better. So if you do Marianne's Paralog, you get a hero relic Levin sword, basically, is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And my Marianne was already like close to level 30 when I did her Paralog. That not only was she able to take one health bar completely off her Paralog's boss without a problem and not get hit back, she after she got the hero relic Levin sword, because that's basically what it is. I can't remember the exact name to it. But because she got that, I actually had to stop using her and start giving some kills to Lysithea, or else Lysithea was going to fall off hard. Even though Lysithea to begin with was like 5 to 10 levels above Marianne at any given point in time. So, yeah, I had to give her more levels ahead of Marianne, or else she was going to fall off.
Okay.
That heroic weapon that Marianne gets from her Paralog, and if you get a good Marianne, she's overpowered.
That paralog
She
for-
one rounded.
Oh, that par-
She one rounded one of the end game bosses. I can't remember which one, but
Oh
it
my
was
God, I gotta-
fucking hilarious.
I gotta give that sword to her then. I have
Well,
this
my Marianne
sword.
was broken though. Like she had above 40 magic. She
Oh,
had
mine's around like 35 then.
above 40 magic. She had like 30 resistance, 20 defense.
20 defense.
Yes.
Mine has
she had
6. It's just 30, like 35.
I got defense blessed, dude. I
Yeah,
guess.
Mine has to get defense screwed or just
Like, I don't know, but
Oh, God.
she like all my well, I didn't even. The sad thing is I didn't use very many like stat boosting items either. So most of my units were just good from base and kept getting good level ups. But she had like 40 magic, 30 resistance, 20 defense. She had like 35 speed. Like besides Petra, she was my fastest unit, really.
Petra's so fast in this game.
Oh, my Petra endgame, the most recent endgame, she had almost 50 speed.
Oh, mine's closing in on that.
Like Petra's so good. Anyways,
Right.
she had like 30 something dexterity. Like my Marianne was so good that she one round killed the boss for one of the paths. I
Okay.
can't remember who it was. It was either Blue Lions or Golden Deer, but
Okay.
yeah, she was
Alright.
busted.
Alright. So your favorite legendary weapon was the weapon that you get from Marianne's Paralog.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. It's the Beast's Crest
I-
sword.
Yeah, it's something.
I can't remember the name.
I know it's like the crest of the
It
beast.
starts
or
with an F. It's like Fulgur? Falcon?
something along
something?
those lines.
Yeah.
And don't you only need Marianne for this Paralog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, and then question 15. What was your favorite combat art and class?
Oof. Okay. So, this isn't going to be my favorite class, but this is going to be a good point to touch up on something that I actually really enjoy about this. The assassins have been implemented the best ever, period, in this game than any other game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Assassins in this game have been the best implemented in any Fire Emblem game ever. Period. Like, 3 houses assassins, best assassin, and they need to keep this kind of assassin. Now, with that being said, I would actually say that the Grimoire was one of my favorite classes because there's not very many classes, period, that focus both on reason and faith, and most of your magic users, you're going to have them both do reason and faith because...
Why do one when you can do both?
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why only have a hard-hitting attacker or a hard-healing healer, and not also have them be able to defend themselves or
Yeah.
heal some other people with the opposite magic?
Now,
Like,
if there
it makes
was
no sense.
Now, if there was a third magic option, it would kind of make sense, but there's only 2.
Well, there is 3 technically,
Really? There's reason, faith. What else?
and black or dark magic.
Well,
Technically, that falls under
reason.
reason.
Yeah.
Technically, yes, it does, but it also doesn't at the same time. That's some lore that you'll see later. It's fine. Anyways,
So, alright, so what about your favorite combat art? This one might be kind of hard because there's a lot of combat arts in this game, and it's really...
I didn't use very many of them.
There's some of the combat arts in this game, like, I only used one when I felt like I really needed to. Like, Ferdinand, I feel like I have to spam combat arts on him because otherwise he just doesn't kill.
You're just
Loren-
getting bad Ferdinand. I'm
Lo-
telling you.
Lorenz, like, I feel like, he had to use Frozen Lance or Night Kneeler in order to kill, like, units. And then there was one combat art that I felt was the best one. It's Raphael and Felix both have this. It's called Healing Focus.
I mean, yeah.
That one was so good. Like, you recover half your HP just for waiting, and it causes 0 weapon durability. That's so great.
Now, here's my thing. I didn't use very many. I used Healing Focus like maybe once or twice the entire time I played this game.
I'm using it whenever I can.
Well, why? When you can farm fucking faith and healing magic experience.
No,
like,
no, I still do that. It's just that, like,
anyways.
why waste on Felix and Raphael?
My thing, like, the combat art I used the most was the Neg 5 Lance one, which I believe is called Tempest Lance, which everybody learns at skill level D?
That's the
No, E+. They learned it at E+, I believe.
Yeah, Tempest Lance is the first one you learned, actually.
So the reason why Tempest Lance would... I mean, I haven't used them all. I can't really say it's my favorite, but out of the ones I've used, it's the best one because...
Oh yeah, that's like
it
8
gives
might.
you... Yeah, it gives you a free pretty much 10 might, and it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, I can kill you now, so that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So it... And, you know, when it may cost 5 weapon durability, but Iron Lances start with 45 fucking uses anyway, so it's like...
It's worth it.
And what the fuck ever. It's... If I use them once or twice, I still have 35 more times, so fuck it.
Yeah. All right.
So that would have to be my favorite one, simply because it's the only one I can remember actually using, besides like heroic weapon ones. So
Okay, so your favorite combat art is Tempest Lance for lances, and as for class, was that Grimoire you said?
yeah, Grimoire,
All right.
Grimoire, whatever.
All right, so number 16, what was your opinion on Sothis and Byleth being implemented? Do you feel they were implemented very well, or do you feel like they just should not have existed?
Who in Byleth?
Sothis and Byleth.
Oh, okay. Now, this is going to be some lore spoilers. I think after you finally learn who Byleth is, why Sothis is in his heart / brain / whatever, and why Byleth is even there to begin with, they were implemented really fucking well.
Yeah, like I have to say though, like if you compare Byleth to Corrin, like it's like night and day.
Yeah. So the thing about Byleth though, which makes me really happy, is there's no customization.
Yeah,
The
and-
most customization you get is your name and your gender, and that's it.
Which I think
And
is
I
fine.
love that.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly okay with it because I'm tired of Robin. I'm tired of Corrin. I'm tired of the fucking FE12 or 13 one that came out that was
12.
Japanese only.
12.
I got tired of that shit. Like you know what? It's just like, you know, when you choose Mark back in FE7, like male or female, what's your name, date of birth.
Birthday,
That's all you get to choose.
and
I'm
gender.
totally
Yeah.
fine with this.
Yeah, like
Like-
this one I feel like was really good. Like name and like, you know, just like gender is enough. Like as long as I'm able to like change my class, I was fine with that.
So the thing that makes me really happy about Byleth over Corrin, especially over Corrin, your lore spoilers. I'm sorry, I can't explain what I need to say without lore spoilers. So here we go. Actually, Rex, you're gonna want to take off your earbuds again because you're gonna learn all this in Endgame of
Oh,
Golden
I'm gonna learn this in endgame?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, give me 1 second, just do the same thing you did before. Alright,
Will do.
and go.
Alright, so Byleth only exists because Rhea put the crest stone from the Sword of the Creator, aka the Heart of Sothis, into Byleth's heart when Byleth was born. Now, the reason why I think that's amazingly well done, especially over Corrin, because it kind of gives you like an awakening vibe with Robin, in the sense of like, oh, it actually makes sense for them to be there. And then for Rhea to turn around and invite you to stay at the monastery, and then for Rhea to be like, you know, very protective over you and this and that and blah blah blah, like it just makes so much sense, and it makes like it's so good as to why Byleth is even in the game. The other thing is Byleth actually makes a very big difference. Like without Byleth, you wouldn't, like, certain classes wouldn't have won the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. You wouldn't have gotten like a really good storyline with why the classes decide to meet up in 5 years. But Byleth was just, because of all that and so much more that I'm not gonna drag everybody down with and make this video super long. We'll call it good there, but all of that and just so much more is really good, and why Byleth is the amazing incarnation of an avatar in any Fire Emblem game.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, you're gonna learn half of what I said in the end game of Golden Deer. So yeah,
Okay.
just make sure not to watch this video.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch this video until like, or any of these videos until after I beat like at least Golden Deer, or maybe 2 of the
Yeah,
paths.
good luck trying to find out where the questions are though, and putting the timestamps in.
Well, I'm gonna put where the timestamps begin.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. So, I have to say though, if there's one thing I like about Byleth, I like how he's a silent protagonist. Like, oh my god, like Corrin, like was so annoying. Like, like big brother, big sister, I can help too. Like, dude, I hated that shit.
So here's my thing. I wish they would have at least voice acted the choices you can make as Byleth, and then left it like that.
Well, I mean,
Like
either
the
even,
things he say on the map and during the battlefield, that makes sense. That's fine.
like that's
But I
enough for
wish
me.
they would have voice acted. I've just like the rest of the Fire Emblem cast in this game. I really wish they would have voice acted the choices you get to make as a Byleth.
Like you mean like in the first like where like you get to make the first decision like I'm immortal or like I was dreaming about a young girl.
Or yeah, no, exactly. Like I wish they would have
Yeah,
voiced
those I
the choices
kind
you
of
can
wish
make.
that I kind of wish he would voice act.
Well, like
those.
all the choices in all the things to actually give Byleth some more character other than just like a smile or a worried face or a sad face. Like
Or the nod.
yeah,
The nod is like
yeah. No, I really wish they would have voice acted the choices you can make in the game. That would have made me happy. Especially, to choose Eldegard's route and go down that path, you have to be like, I will not kill her, or I stand by Eldegard, or I must protect Eldegard, whatever the choice is.
yeah, like I know how
Like,
that works.
I
Like
really wish that voice would have been in the game and they would have voice acted that fucking choice.
like I wish to protect Algard. He doesn't say. All he does is move over to her side. Like bye Ray, I see you later, bitch.
Yeah, no, that I wish they would have voice acted it.
Yeah.
And,
Or at least like a cutscene or something.
yeah.
Alright, so your opinion on Celsus and Byleth is like good, I would take it.
Oh no, this is the best incarnation of an avatar we've ever had in any Fire Emblem game. Period.
Yeah, since Mark at least.
No, not even Mark beats this one.
Oh.
Well, actually, Mark does beat this one because he's not playable, but you still get to see the effect he has on the army.
Yeah,
But
well, if you-
Byleth is better than Mark because one, he's playable, which makes sense. Tacticians would actually be on the battlefield instead of just like from high up.
yeah,
Like in
like
my eyes, that,
like Byleth is basically a better Robin, I would say. Like he's Robin done like
oh, he's like a Robin 2.0 that's so much better than the original. You can't even call him Robin. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So on to the next question. How did you feel about battalions being in the game?
The battalion system and the gambit system is fucking amazing. Like, one of my things that always pissed me off about Fire Emblem is, like, you hear about how, like, especially in the end game of 90% of the Fire Emblems, you hear about how it was this nice big army that fucking destroyed and got to end game,
Yeah.
and then you're only allowed to take, like,
12.
6 to 12 units at a time, most. Like
Like you hear this
No.
in all the commercials. That's the thing though.
yeah, no, that's what pisses me off. Like, command your army. Bitch, it's like 12
Build an
people.
army,
How's that an
trust
army?
nobody.
That's a strike force more than it's an army. The fuck you mean? So, for the fact that everybody got an assigned battalion, and, the battalions actually provided boosts to you in combat, again, makes so much fucking sense. The battalions were really well done. And the fact that you can use gambits, not even against the monsters, but against regular ass units, to either one round them, to stun them to where they won't do anything the next turn, so you can try to feed the kill to someone who's under leveled, or or this or that. Like, the battalions are very useful, very well done, and they need to be in every Fire Emblem game from here on out. You need to find a way to implement them in every Fire Emblem game, in my opinion, from here on out, because that's a great system. It really is. It's a great damn system. And the fact that they don't cost much to replenish just makes it all the more wild to keep using them. So, yeah, that's my thing.
All right. So this next question might be spoilerish for me, but I'm still gonna ask it because Chris wants this. How did you feel about the big reveals on characters such as the Flame Emperor, Death Knight, and the final bosses?
Okay, so you already know who the Death Knight and Flame Emperor are, so I'm
I
gonna
know who the Flame
talk.
Emperor is actually. The Death Knight. This is probably a spoiler. Can I just say it's Jarrett's, right? It's either Jarrett's or Gerald, right?
Okay, let me explain. So, the big reveal, it depends on which path you take. Because you don't get a cool cutscene if you don't go Blue Lions. You just, like, see the mask fall off, and there it is, Edelgard, blah, 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 blah. So, other than the fact that you only get the cutscene during Blue Lion, it was
Oh,
done
really?
okay.
Wait, really? You only get that cutscene where the mask falls off and it breaks in Blue Lions?
Yeah, because in order for the mask to break, you have to step on it.
Well,
Dimitri has to step on it.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that was Dimitri breaking it. I actually thought that was literally Edelgard breaking it herself. Like, she doesn't need to conceal her identity anymore. Or
No,
something.
that's Dimitri stepping on it and being like, haha, I fucking knew it. You're dead to me, bitch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Basically what happens. Unless you go the Blue Lions route, it's kind of anticlimactic in a way. Like, I mean, obviously there's suspense in the like cutscene afterwards, or not the cutscene, the dialogue afterwards, and everybody talks about how they feel betrayed, blah blah blah. That's good. But if you are on the Blue Lions path, that's done really well. Now Death Knight, I've played all 4 paths. And unless you play Blue Lions, you don't really get an answer to who the Death Knight is.
Really? But wait, can you just say if I'm right or wrong? It's either Jareth or Joe. Is it one of those?
I need to explain.
Alright.
So, and this is going to definitely be spoilers from you, but it's not that big of a thing because it's not that big of a plot point in Blue Lions. So I'll leave it up to you whether you want to ditch out or not.
Okay, can you just say, am I right on one of those two?
I'm gonna have to explain in order for you in order to answer that question.
You know what? Go ahead. I already know who the Flame Purple
All
is.
right.
That doesn't should be that big of a spoiler.
So, the Death Knight, okay, it is Jaritza, but I need to explain.
I knew it.
Here's the thing about Jaritza. Jaritza is actually Mercedes's younger brother.
Really?
Mercedes was able to leave the house of Daryl's or Darren or whatever. Her little brother was not. The house was a piece of shit, and I can't 100% confirm this, but I'm pretty sure they were aligned with those who slither in the dark, but I'm not 100% certain about that.
Isn't that like a Black Eagles thing? Those who slither in the dark?
No, it's not a Black Eagles thing.
Oh.
There's a whole story behind it, but that's spoilers, so just shut up and let me explain.
Alright.
What happens is years later when Dorothea or Mercedes and Jaritza meet up back up at the cathedral or Garreg Mach, neither of them recognize each other because one, Death Knight has been trained to literally just have no emotion whatsoever. He's been mentally manipulated, and probably physically manipulated to have no emotion whatsoever. And Mercedes has this hunch, but can't confirm it. And then you get a paralogue with Mercedes and Caspar, and you find out that it is Emil, Mercedes' younger brother, and he basically says the next time we meet, we'll kill you, but gives Mercedes the hero's relic of their house. Now, then in Blue Lions, this is the most touching or like most lore intensive thing that you get about the Death Knight. And when you go to take in Blue Lions, I believe it's when you go to take the not Aryan Road, but the stubborn old general on the Empire side. I forgot which fort that Fort Mercius. When you go in Blue Lions, when you go to take Fort Mercius, instead of seeing javelins of light fall down and destroy Fort Mercius, you get this really touching piece of art that's Mercedes holding the Death Knight with his mask off, and you see Jaritza's jaw facing up and his hair covering his face and his hair going to the side. But you can tell it's obviously Jaritza. And then Mercedes starts crying and being like, "It is you, Emil. What the fuck? We could have been friends, blah, blah, blah." It kind of has that emotional moment of like her having to say goodbye to her brother. And so when it came to the reveal of the Death Knight, when you play the Blue Lions path, it actually is pretty good. Other than that, you get no reveal of who the Death Knight is. You don't know who the Death Knight is. You don't learn anything about the Death Knight.
He just dies in the other paths?
He just dies. Like, you kill him eventually at one of the maps, and that's that.
So you only know about the Death Knight if you play Blue Lions. Like Flame Emperor, you learn about who she is because otherwise the plot would just stop there.
Yeah.
But Death Knight, only Blue Lions. Alright, and then the final bosses, well, I don't know if like.
Okay, you're not going to want to hear most of this, so I'm just going to try to summarize it without spoilers. The Church Path. The final boss for the Church Path. The reveal pissed me the fuck off, but it made a lot of sense, so I can't be too mad about it.
Okay.
Edelgard's Path. It was expected, too easy to fucking predict, but at the same time, it was still a good fight, so I can't complain. Blue Lion's Path. They didn't explain how this final boss came to be that form of the final boss, but other than that, what the fuck ever, not a big deal. And Golden Deer, they just kind of they kind of pulled it from out of nowhere, but it also just made so much more sense because of what happens in the battle before the final battle. So
okay.
Can't be mad at it.
So what was your favorite final boss, basically?
Favorite final boss? Oof. I have two of them. And it's the Blue Lion's final boss and the... I don't know. They're all really good shit. I would have to say my absolute favorite is probably the Golden Deer final boss because it's just so unexpected, but then again, it makes so much sense.
Okay.
With the Church final boss is pretty good too, but they didn't really formally explain it, and I believe I touched on this the last time I made you go away, so
okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
The Black Eagle's final boss was really just easily predictable,
all right.
but at the same time, it was good.
How did you feel about the difficulty of these bosses?
Two of them, with fighting with the Church and then fighting against the Church, those two were actually kind of challenging. For the same reason, even though that's a big hint as to who the final boss is for the Church Path. Oops.
I think I know who the final boss is for that path.
Anyways.
Let's just.
The Blue Lion's final boss. It was decently challenging. However, there was room for improvement on the challenge it offered.
Lunatic and Infernal again.
No. Like even on a harder difficulty, nothing changed.
Oh really? Well,
yeah.
We'll have to see if Lunatic and Infernal can improve.
I'll explain later. And then there's the Golden Deer final boss. It was only challenging because like two of my units fell behind, and I couldn't leave them alone or unprotected, so I had to go through the map pretty slow. Other than that, that's gonna nope, I can't say that. There's gonna be well, I'll say it like this. Other than that, there's technically multiple final bosses on that map.
Okay, so in a way,
and it was challenging enough that I enjoyed it.
So what you're saying is these final bosses are basically predictable for the most part, and they're not that big of a deal.
The only one that wasn't predictable was the one on the Church Path.
Okay.
And I played on normal for most of my playthroughs, except for like two of them now, and they're the two that I've done on a harder difficulty.
Okay.
And on a harder difficulty, the two that I did were with the Church and Blue Lions. And the thing is the final boss for Blue Lions has a attack that can reach pretty damn far. I think the range on it's like 3 to 25 or some stupid shit.
What the hell?
It's something stupid. And the difference between that weapon on normal mode and hard mode was it had maybe 5 more accuracy, and that's it. But the accuracy was so low that 5 more didn't help. So
okay.
That's where I said there's more potential. That final weapon could have been so much more powerful, but they... Whatever.
Alright. Well, alright. I'm glad you actually, gave the answers to some of these questions without, you actually answered that question really well without spoiling so much. And
it's hard. That's why when it came to some of those questions, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna have to spoil this. I'm sorry. It has to happen.
I feel like you didn't really elaborate that much on the Flame Emperor, though.
Well, the Flame Emperor,
I don't think he's predictable though, but I honestly,
it's pretty. Well, the Flame Emperor is not a final boss. That's why I didn't elaborate on it.
I know, but the Flame Emperor, I feel like is like.
Oh, the reveal. You're talking about the reveal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reveal. There wasn't. Well, no, I did elaborate on that. Unless you're going the Blue Lions, there wasn't like much to it.
Oh yeah, you
like
did.
The Blue Lions got a whole cutscene and they got a whole thing about it, and then
my bad.
Everyone else just kind of got a few dialogue.
Wait, does that cutscene take place after time skip or before time skip?
Before time skip.
Oh wait, what?
Yep.
Oh my god, I thought that cutscene takes place after it. Like,
nope.
Oh my god.
You're probably thinking of the wrong time or wrong cutscene then.
No, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. Alright, my bad. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally right after chapter 11 when you see the cutscene where Dimitri stomps on the mask and Byleth tries to hold him back, and then he pushes his shoulder through Byleth's hand, and he's just like, "You fucking bitch."
So basically, the Flame Emperor and Death Knight play a more pivotal part in basically Blue Lions than in the other houses then.
Yep, pretty much.
Wow, alright.
Because with the Church and Golden Deer, she's not even a final boss.
Yeah, the Flame Emperor basically was just like a cameo that doesn't matter, and Death Knight just dies, basically.
Yeah. However, even with those problems, the other routes are still amazing story-wise.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god, jeez. Alright, so this is a random question, but what was your least favorite house?
Ooh. If we're going based solely on characters pre-time skip, I hate to say it because some of my favorite characters ever are in this house, but Golden Deer. I just can't stand Lawrence. I can't.
I saw that coming a mile away.
Pre-skip Lawrence, I can't handle him at all. I hate him.
You probably shouldn't
so fucking much.
Yeah, don't see a support conversation with Ferdinand. It's probably gonna be the cringiest and most hateful shit you'll ever see.
I've seen the C support, and I'm not wanting CB. I will say that pre-time skip Lysithea is actually not that great either.
Yeah, Lysithea is
character-wise.
Character-wise, she's kind of
post-time skip Lysithea gets a lot better.
Yeah, because she's matured after
time skip Lysithea is just kind of a bitch. So if we're going based solely off characters pre-time skip, it'd be Golden Deer. Post-time skip, though, my least favorite would probably be Blue Lions, because none of them change that much. Yeah. They all kind of keep their same personalities, minus Dimitri, which might have been a part of Dimitri's like character arc, and that might be, what they purposely did. And if that's the case, then you know what, sure, makes sense. But the fact that none of them really changed besides physical appearance, I'm good.
All right.
I wish you would have done something more with it, but whatever.
All right. So, let me see. I was just about to ask something. Alright, I guess it'll come back to me. Alright, so question 19, alright, my bad, question 20, but since we kind of elaborate on some of these questions, like we kind of like answer some of these questions, but the questions I'm going to give you 2 more. So we're in the final stretch here. So this is a pretty simple one. Who did you name your avatar?
Alright, so for 6 different playthroughs, holy crap, let's see if I remember all the names.
You renamed them differently in every...
I redid my Byleth for every playthrough I did.
Okay.
Zev, Lyko, Shy, Lyn, Ariel, and Luna, I believe, are the names.
Alright, so when you say Shy, you mean like Shy Guy?
No, I mean Chey.
Chey.
All the character names that I named Byleth are characters from my book, which is why I named them all that way.
Okay, and Lyn, how did you spell that one?
Lyn?
Yeah.
The same way it's spelled in FE7.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Because that character in my book is somewhat physically based off of the character from FE7, but not enough to actually, like... And plus, Lyn's just a good name, so yeah. Whatever.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't use your real name for any of the characters.
Because I've never been one of those guys to use my real name in anything unless it's a Pokemon trainer.
Oh, really? So, so wait, when you played Corrin, what did you name him?
When I played who?
When you played Face, what did you name Corrin?
I kept Corrin for the first time.
Okay.
I kept Actually, I think I kept Corn for most of my playthroughs, except for one very distinct playthrough that I remember. I just got so pissed at Corn's character, I named him something stupid like piece of shit.
Okay.
Or I named him like the worst name possible that had like several different cussing characters in it because fuck Corn.
Okay. All right. So question. All right. So the next question. Should this is actually a very highly opinionated question, which I think people will be interested in. Should people play and buy three houses?
All right. So I have a couple different opinions on this.
Okay.
First and foremost, if this is going to be your first ever FE game, if this is going to be the game that gets you into the series, yes, I think you should play it. However, just know that there has not been an FE better than Three Houses or even as good as Three Houses unless you're playing Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, period. So you'd be starting at the best and then playing all the worst, with the exception of Tellius. And that's up to you. If you are a Fire Emblem nerd who's played every single Fire Emblem they've been able to get their hands on, like myself, you should definitely play Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is the best iteration of Fire Emblem, period, tied only with the Tellius series again, because the Tellius series, and they took a lot from the Tellius series,
And
added a
Udraw.
few little things.
Like this game
Well,
is heavily Tellius. Sorry.
I wouldn't say Jugdral. Well, no, because Jugdral's the Echoes, isn't it?
No. That's
No,
FE4.
that's Valentine.
FE
Yeah.
FE4
No, they didn't take
5.
that much from Jugdral.
But they did take some.
Yeah. So, and they. Here's the thing. You got me off my train of thought. Now I need to get back on my train of thought.
All right.
So, what this game did, what Fire Emblem Three Houses did, is they took a lot from Tellius and they took a lot from Echoes, and some sprinkles from a few other FE games like the Jugdral series or even Genealogy, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest. And then they all combined it with the heavy base of Tellius series and all these extra little add-ons. And on top of a lot of really cool custom shit that we've never seen before, and they squished it all into one, and you got Three Houses. It is the best iteration of a Fire Emblem game that I've ever played in my life, tied with only Tellius series. It adds so much lore. Like, the game itself, even if you're just playing it to play an RPG, there is so much lore, there's so much backstory, there's so much character development, there's so much character backstory in this game, that if you are an RPG nerd who just really wants to get into the lore of something, this Fire Emblem game is going to be perfect for you.
Yeah.
For someone who's only played Fire Emblem maybe once or twice, maybe they liked Awakening, got Fates, hated Fates, and then quit the series because, you know what, that's very reasonable, and I don't blame you for it, because Fates was a horrible garbage fire. I definitely suggest you come back and play Fire Emblem Three Houses, because it's so much better, and you will definitely like it a lot more than Awakening, because it's more of a challenge than Awakening is, even on its harder difficulty.
I feel like with Awakening, they tried to combine all of the games into one, but they didn't do a good job at that.
No, see, here's the problem with Awakening. It's the same problem that we had with Sacred Stones. Too easy to grind.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty difficult to grind in Three Houses unless you're spending at least one of your free days a week doing all the battles on a weekend. You're not going to be able to grind that much.
Like, the game has done grinding right, I feel like, on the harder difficulty, because on normal you can grind to your heart's content, as we know, while hard you're limited.
Yeah, no, it's limited to your activity points, which is why I'm glad I did all 4 playthroughs on normal mode. That way, when I do a new game plus hard mode, like I've done recently, I could just spend renown to get my professor level to A+, and then that way I can just have max everything right from the get-go. It's so nice. Anyways, no, I definitely recommend this Fire Emblem game to literally anybody, unless, turn-based RPG. Like, literally the only downside of Fire Emblem for some gamers out there is the fact that it's a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Yes, that sucks. I wish it wasn't sometimes, but at the same time, that's a core Fire Emblem thing, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. Alright, so people should buy Three Houses.
Yes, I would suggest not buying the DLC. Like, the
Alright,
expansion
that was going to
pass
be my next question. What is your
right
opinion?
away.
Well, my opinion was going to be, and this is probably a bit subjugated because it's still pretty early, but what is your opinion on the DLC? Do you think it'll be worth it, or do you think we should skip it?
It's not worth it until October when you actually get some new content.
Yeah, because
the new outfit for Violet the first time around was not worth it. The it was just a change of clothes this first time around for the DLC. That was stupid.
I gotta say though, I do like the outfits. Though that should just like have been a free like pre-order like code.
That should have been a pre-order thing, or that should have been like, here's a free day one thing. Thank you for buying Fire Emblem Three Houses. Here you go.
And I don't know if you can buy the waves separately, but if you can, and that's like that thing, I hope is like, I really hope that I'm gonna check when I get a chance to see if that thing is free. Because if that thing actually costs money, I'm just buying the DLC pass, like the expansion pass when I get a chance.
I ended up buying the expansion pass mostly because, one, I love Fire Emblem, and two, I expected some good shit. I'm still expecting good shit, just the first wave was really disappointing.
Yeah, I find that waves 3 and 4 are really where it's going to pick up, even though it's going to be very late in the year, because wave 3 doesn't get released until December 31st, I believe. And then Wave 4 doesn't get released until like late April, I think.
Yeah. If you can buy them separate, definitely buy separate. If you can't, then honestly, no, the extra content's not going to be worth it. All in all. Not until post-April when there's enough reviews about the extra content and everybody's already played it to tell you a better opinion of it.
Yeah, because...
Then maybe go get it, but...
Because I feel like that if the fourth wave and the third wave, like the third wave, as far as I know, is basically extra costumes, which I actually am a big fan for. I do like the costumes in Three Houses. Like I like all the designs I've seen, even though Hubert's is probably my least. The costumes, I feel like I'm really hoping that they're like really good costumes. Like that's what I'm hoping for. So I'll probably be getting that. But if you can just buy the waves separately, I think that Wave 4 is probably going to be your best bet, because like that's where we're going to get, like, we're getting new story content and new characters and new locations to explore. Like new locations, I'm hoping that we get to go to Bridget and Dagda, like the archipelagos.
We can already go to Bridget.
Wait, we can?
Yes, Petra and Bernadetta have a paralog where you can go to Bridget, and then after you get that paralog, you can visit there when you do the battles on your day off.
Well, I didn't get Bernadetta, so I only got Petra. So, well.
Oh, well.
Can't wait for Black Eagles.
Whoops. Well, it's only like one map in Bridget, but still, you go to Bridget.
All right.
Like, there's a map in Bridget, there's a map in Elmira? Or close to Elmira, where or not Elmira. What's the one directly north of the Leicester Alliance? Is that Elmira? It might be. There is a map over there. There's a map above the House Gautier's thing in the Strang region, or maybe it's in House Gautier territory that you can go there.
Is this a parallel that involves Hilda and Cyril?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because that's within the Alliance itself. That's not outside the Alliance.
Oh, it was? Alright. I guess I'm just misremembering.
I'm like 90% sure.
Okay. Alright, so your opinion on the DLC is very subjugated, I feel?
My opinion on DLC is just wait. Because I can guarantee you're going to be able to buy it later after it all comes out. Just wait.
And if you can buy the separate waves, I think, like, if my opinion on it is that if it comes out in separate waves, then you can buy the waves separately. I think Wave 4 is, like, your best bets. Like,
Wave 3 and 4.
Yeah, those are, like, your best two. Like, I'm probably just going to buy those two separately, but if the DLC is for Wave 2 is good enough, I think I might just buy the whole pack then. Alright.
We'll see if buying the whole pack was worth it when I see Wave 2.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. We got until October. We got 2 months and counting. All right. So for the final question, Zeb, what character? Well, you probably don't care about this one, but still. And what characters are you hoping get into Heroes? Now, if it's already Petra, then try at least one other character.
All right. If I actually wanted to start playing Heroes again, it would literally just be for Three Houses characters only. And the 4 characters I would want to get into 3 houses, one of which is already in there. I don't know about my second one.
Petra's already in there. If you name any of the characters now, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, but you are right. I don't care about this too much. It's just, really, if I was to get back into the game, these are the 4 characters I would want to see in Heroes.
Alright.
Petra, but Petra's already in there. Mercedes, Marianne.
Mercedes is also in the game.
Nice, okay. So Petra, Mercedes, Marianne, and, oh no, I just blanked on her name momentarily. What the... Oh, Lysithea.
Okay. Alright.
Those would be the 4 characters that Nintendo would have to put into the game
Well, you got half of those
for
already.
me to get back into Heroes, and they'd... Yeah.
Well, you got you got half of your cast right there, so maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. It was very long, but I'm glad I did this, and I can't actually wait to, get get Alex and Horse's opinions on this.
Dude, I've beat all 4 paths, and then as soon as you told me we were doing a video, I'm like, oh my fucking god, I need to talk. I literally have, like, a fucking Google Doc open about all the core shit I wanted to talk on.
Well, yeah, I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, but the thing is, like, I've been busy with a lot of stuff, and I still haven't beat Golden Deer yet, but I really wanted to make one of these videos because I've been off the web for like 2 weeks without like literally uploading anything. And
yeah, no, that's bad.
And plus, like, Horse was like has been like hounding me like, when are we gonna do the discussion? When are we doing the roundtable? I told him today because he just literally messaged me today. Like I told him it's 1-on-1, it's 1v1. And we're gonna and I said, don't worry, you're up next after Zev. And he said, all right. Period.
All right, well, yeah. Hurry up and get him happy then.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do another one today because this one has been an hour and a half.
To be fair, we recorded 2 videos though.
Yeah, but even that was like 5 minutes worth. So
10 minutes, but yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found Zev's opinions on these questions very good. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Alex and Quartz have to say, and I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to what I say at the end. So, yeah, join us in the next video when I have Quartz on. And Zev, thank you for being here.
Happy to be here. I needed to talk about this game before I lost my damn mind.
Thank you all again. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video with Quartz. Bye.
Peace out, everybody.